Voila, starting. So guys, I want to remind you what we did last time and to mention about what we are going to do today. First of all, the purpose of our meetings, there are going to be 5 meetings altogether, 5 meetings. The purpose of them is to use all theoretical knowledge that you got with Mikhail and to use them for testing of the real project, real testing, real project, real QA environment. We are going to do it. And we were talking about the application, web-based application that called showcase.com. We are going to test it in QA environment. We are very lucky that we have the access to QA environment, and of course we will use it. I don't remember exact URL, so let me copy it from here. Okay. Again, as we discussed last time, we know already that this is a web-based application, social network application, works similarly to LinkedIn. So this is a social network for marketing specialists, professional social network for specialists in marketing. Okay, people join, as we see here, more than 80,000 specialists from more than 100 countries, 120 countries, I believe, join to this professional network, and here they can do many different things, like create the resume, upload the resume from LinkedIn, to find the work, to create the portfolio, to find friends and colleagues and work with those colleagues and do many other things. They can invite people, they can follow other people, specialists, and do make the advertisement and many other things. Your homework for today was to run, at least to start running exploratory testing on the site, to find some information about this application, about this website, and you did even more. You created many of you sent me test cases, and I realized that there are many bugs filed into Bugzilla bug tracking system. We will spend some time today to review this bug tracking system, to understand what it is about, how to file the bugs, and we will talk about the bugs format. Few questions that I received in my personal email were, for example, one lady asked me a question, how the cross-browser testing occurs in a real company. How we are doing. Let's say now we are talking about compatibility testing or cross-browsers, cross-platforms testing. But of course, in our home or even in our office computer, we have very limited environment. Let's say it can be only Windows 8 or Windows 10, or probably somebody has Mac. And even in our situations, we may have different browsers. For the Windows, it can be Firefox, Mozilla Firefox, it can be Google Chrome, and of course Internet Explorer. And beauty of the Internet Explorer, even starting from 8, I believe, that you always can work in compatibility mode, and you can simulate different Internet Explorer versions. So you when you are in Internet Explorer, you have this compatibility mode. Please find it. It will be just, it's very helpful to do research sometimes, not just to wait until everything is here. How does it work in real company? If company is big, large, has money, rich, we usually have the QA lab. And this QA lab is full of different computers, different devices, including smartphone devices or mobile devices and computers with different operating systems, different browsers. Very often in small companies they use the virtual machines, when you can simulate and you can make any operating system and any environment, any browser. So this is usually how it works. I personally, in my company, I have, for example, I work on the Mac, but even on the Mac I have both Windows, I have still Windows 7 there, and Mac. It's funny, but it is fact. So I would like to go to email and to discuss with you some of emails that I received. It's amazing. So, and some documents. As you see, I have here somebody wrote test cases. Let me zoom in so everyone can see. Let me know if you can see it. Can you see the document? Wonderful. So first of all, it's a very good format. I don't mind. I don't know what it is about, comment, reference. I don't know, and this is not very important. But let's review what is here. As we know, I just remind, the main components of test cases are: first, purpose or title, okay, of test case. What is purpose? This is exactly what we are going to test. I believe that in this table, test case name, probably this is this is probably the area in which we have, and description, it is the purpose or title. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to put here title, or the same I use. I don't want you to be confused when you hear title or purpose, okay? So it's very good joining showcase with email. Prerequisites. I do not understand these prerequisites as well. Why Safari? Just because somebody who wrote those test cases tested in Safari? Guys, this is not prerequisites. This is the environment, and then when we will create compatibility matrix, or you will mention about it, this is not the prerequisites. And the URLs that you are joining, that you test, it's also not prerequisites. Let me remind you what is the prerequisites. Prerequisites is something, some actions, something that you have to complete in order to test the functionality. For example, if you have login functionality, what are going to be prerequisites or preconditions? Again, I don't want you to be confused. So this is the same as preconditions. Okay? If you hear this preconditions or prerequisites, you don't have to be confused. You don't want to be confused. You just have to understand that this is the same. Okay? So, for login functionality, precondition is what? That account is created. You cannot log in without having registered username or login name and password. You simply cannot log in. So in this case, I understand very well what is preconditions, right? What does it mean here? This is not the precondition. You just put the URL of the environment. So I'm so sorry, but oops, let me delete it. Okay, probably the precondition is that you have created valid email address with which you want to join to the site. You put here that you want to join Showcase with your email, so email is created. Again, it would be very interesting to see what email, because we have absolutely different domain. It can be gmail.com, it can be yahoo.com, hotmail, okay, AOL, but what is even more interesting to see how this application accepts not trivial, not typical emails. For example, when extension is not 3 letters but 2, like .ru, IN, or other things, something not very typical, something not very trivial. This is what would be interesting. What does it mean with your email? I don't know. Probably it would be very interesting to include here something like test data. What exactly you want to use. I see that somebody put test data immediately in the steps, and this is also good. This is not a problem. Here you can hear steps, or you can hear instruction, right? Or even more, somebody told me instruction is not nice word, like you want to manage somebody, instruct somebody. I said, no problems, use the word procedures. Who cares? You don't like steps? Use instructions, use procedures. This is the same. Why I use all different terminology? You join the different companies. Each company has its internal terminology or policy or whatever. You join the company and they already have some format of test cases and they call it procedures. You don't have to be confused. You don't want to say, no, I don't know what is procedures. I only know what is steps. Guys, it's the same. Okay? So, you want to join Showcase application with your email. Click on Join with your email. Absolutely. Enter valid email address. We have the data here. First name, last name. Click Continue. I still do not understand what does it mean input. I don't know what does it mean, seriously. Probably it's going to be test data or what. I don't know, guys. I don't know. So I would not have this information. You put even here NA. I don't know what you have in mind, but I don't understand. I'm very clear with you and honest. So now expected result. Confirm your email address page with the message email have been sent to. Please click on the link in your email to activate account. Yes, absolutely. It's correct. Actual result is the same and status is passed. Very good. Very good. I'm lazy person probably, so I would never, of course we can copy paste, but I would write here as expected, or I would not write anything, and I will complete this field actual result only if I have the mismatch. What does it mean mismatch? Mismatch, it means a bug happen, because we know what is expected and we get actual result which is different from expected result, so it simply means bug occurs. I discovered defect. So here I will put the fail, and good practice, immediately write the bug number. So everyone who review your test cases, who verify the status, where you are with your testing. Let's say you have 3,000 test cases. You execute 1,500 and only 1,000 or 1,200 passed. All other 300 should have here failed and bug number. You simplify your life, you simplify life for your colleagues, your managers, and even developers and other people. This is just good practice. I try to avoid the word you must, you should. I just sharing with you the good practice. So if you have some fail, you see one of test case failed. It means that immediately I would love to see here bug, whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4. Immediately, even the hyperlink, so everyone can come here to click and immediately be redirected to bug tracking system. Okay? Absolutely immediately. This is what I will recommend. So again, we already understand that whatever information is here, Safari and URL, this is not the precondition at all, not prerequisite. I still don't understand what is that, but all other things, I like the format, I like the information, it's very clear. Actually, when we write the test cases, for who we write? For ourselves and for our colleagues. I would like to mention the test case is not the document like you wrote, you used it, you put it on the shelf and you forgot. No, 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 no. This is live document, really live document, which is editable, which used for the regression test suite. When you have detailed and good test cases, it's piece of cake. It's so easy to automate those test cases, right? So test cases, this is live document, which can be used, reused, updated, edited. Some test cases will be obsolete. You can even store those test cases like in different versions, the same as a code is stored in different versions. The same happen to test cases. Okay, so we have to, and we always have to think, probably if I know the application very well and I know that I'm the only one who is going to use those test cases, I will write them kind of checklist, verify 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if I spend so much time, and believe it or not, from the beginning, if you get the task to create test cases, it's not thankful job. It's not thankful job. Who wrote this? I appreciate, guys, you spend a lot of time, a lot of efforts, and this is just for test cases, and I understand how not easy to do it. My respect. Thank you so much, Alexandra. And, okay. So we already know everything about it. When we are talking, and these test cases are, I understood that this is regarding joining the site. What I would do, you can have one test case like this, joining showcase with your email. And I would do here something like A, Gmail, B, okay, Yahoo, sorry, C, Hotmail, because when we validate, we should validate that all, at least the most common email are working with this application, that you can use it and you really can join. Okay. Then we continue to test. How we continue? Welcome to showcase email received. Aha, here we do. I don't. Okay, I don't mind. And here prerequisite is different. Make sure, right? User joined the site. Yes, without or precondition will be different. Test case 1 passed. Okay, without passing test case number 1, you never can come to continue testing. So for test case number 2, you definitely have the precondition or prerequisites, whatever you use. Does it make sense? I believe so. And now I really would like to follow those things. I even open my email because somebody, and thank for joining our showcase and welcome to first. Okay, let me try. We'll see what happens. Yes. Oh, it doesn't like me. It's redirected me. So let me use it. Sorry, Mikhail. Showcase mode, you would like to, okay. No. Let's join with email. Let me put my email. And I will use the wonderful Gmail feature. When I use the plus, I also recommend you and put anything there. It will consider as a different email and I don't have to create 10,000 email. So I believe that many of you know this Google Plus, Gmail Plus feature. So my real email is Janna Petition and I just use the operator plus and add anything. It can be any number, it can be anything, any characters, any letters, ABC, and I just put here that it can be Anna, and here it will be, I don't know, posting. I don't know, I just made it, believe it or not. Okay, confirm your email. Email can be sent to this email. Please click the link. So I completed test case number 1 and now I probably have to go to my email and I have it. Hi Anna, activate now. And now I create my account. So when we return back to test cases that we just review, I would like here not the email received. Okay, it can be, but expected result here that confirm a page with the message. The message is reviewing. Okay, go to your email, search for the showcase, welcome email, find in your inbox, welcome email. Wonderful, great. Activate your account with email address. Wonderful. Again, here the precondition or prerequisite will be test case 2 passed. If we don't get the email, how can we continue? So this is again, what is the precondition? Please, please, please never mess the precondition with test data and with requirements. This is absolutely 3 different instances. Requirements is how the description, the documents that describe how the application should work, each and any features. Requirements is the source for test cases. The interview question, how many test cases can you write without requirements? What is the answer? The answer is 0. No test cases can be created without requirements. No requirements, no test cases. Now you will ask the question, Janna, what are you talking about? We don't have any requirements and you just told us to write test cases. Yes. Why? Because in order to write test cases and do the great, wonderful test efforts, what we do? We run exploratory testing. Why? Because we want to jump up to speed as soon as possible. We want to understand main features, main component of application. We want to understand the application flow, what happened. You came to page 1, what it required from you. You just follow some instructions and immediately you run kind of usability testing, right? Because you can see how intuitive is the application, how easy to use it. Absolutely new person came. He doesn't have 200 pages manual to read. He just see the page, first page. Is it easy? Is it intuitive to follow all the instructions and to create an account? So this is what you're doing. And when you came, so this is the output of the exploratory testing is the checklist, or is the full understanding about how application works, the understanding on main features and functionalities. Yes, you don't know yet how it works inside of application. You don't know yet what happened on the back end, what processes, what jobs, what is running there. But at least you, from the end user point of view, from black box tester point of view, you understand how the application works. Okay, this is the how you create test cases without requirements, based on exploratory testing. And when you run exploratory testing, you are smart, you are intelligent, you are educated, you are heavy computer users, so you use common sense, background, experience, similar experience with similar applications, right? Probably when you test showcase, you looked on LinkedIn a lot. I did. I promise you that I did. So I believe that you did as well. Okay? Preconditions or prerequisites, it's something that we have to complete, or it has to be done in order to continue testing. We cannot execute test case 3 unless test case 2 passed, right? So you just click on activate now and you're redirected to the page. Absolutely. And now we continue to do it. I'm not sure that I really want to go through all the process, but the process of creating your account probably finished until, or the process called onboard. You see, even in URL, you can see the word on board. I told you that this is last time, that this is internal terminology, but at the same time, this is onboarding process. Creating your showcase account is onboarding process. And we already know there are few ways to onboard, to create an account. One, when you join with your email address. Another one, when you join with Open ID from LinkedIn, Open LinkedIn ID. Third one, when you already inside and you got an invitation from your friend, from somebody. Somebody is already showcase member and he send you email. Please welcome, join the site. This is another way. So when we are talking that we investigate and we are testing application by components, and you do, let's say you join the company, they have some projects, some applications, and you have to join. You just cannot do whatever you want. You get assignment. You are responsible for such and such component or module, and you are working on this module. You're not going back and forth, oh, okay, I got an assignment to create my account, but let me see. When you done exploratory testing, probably no. Let me play a little bit with terms and services, or with press releases or blogs. Maybe I will find bugs there. If you do it during your testing activities on another component, it means that you don't have enough time for your job, for your tasks, right? So you are testing again. How did you test it? I started from exploratory testing. This is my activities, right? This is the question. Describe me what you did on your last project. The answer would be, I joined the project not from the beginning. So in order to come up to speed as soon as possible, and because I didn't have any real documentation that helped me, I ran extensive exploratory testing. With exploratory testing, I understood how main features of application are working. I understood the main components of the applications. And after that, I got an assignment to work on such and such and such component, whatever it is. Can you make it bigger? Yes. Sorry. Okay. Or you are talking probably about the document. I don't know what exactly. So this is how you are answering the question about what you are doing and how you test. When I got an assignment to test, let's say, create account component, I wrote detailed test cases for all aspects of creating account. I wrote test cases for creating account with email. I wrote positive and negative test cases, right? I wrote test cases for joining the application via LinkedIn. Okay, and it has to be, I don't know how many. Oh my God, probably hundreds and hundreds. I really don't want you to create 100 test cases, right? So here, as you see already, you have to create a password. And you see here the rule, instructions. So, here we come to the boundary condition testing. Probably you should have the test case when you use the 6 characters. Of course, I don't see here any more instruction. Probably if I'm thinking about my website as about secure website, right? I would think a little bit more about what my password should include. At least one number, at least one letter, probably some special characters, I don't know. Here we have only one thing, 6 characters. So probably if I have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it should be enough. I don't know. I just follow instruction. Let's see. Wow, it works. It works. Voila, it works. They happy, I also happy, right? And this is step by step. Of course, I will try to create an account and create the password with 5 characters, right? Only. I will try to put the space in my password, right? They didn't put anything. Let me try. Why not? I will do it as many as possible. They put just minimum 6 characters. But I don't know what is the max. Probably 100? I don't know. Again, here on this step, I will try to see, should I import from here? This is again different approach, different test cases, or I will build my profile manually. They are talking about secure account. Let me check. Let me just copy this URL to the new and review it. What happened? Does it include, oh my gosh, it's already include my email address, which I really don't like. I really don't like. I don't think that this is secured things. Finally, believe it or not, guys, but we found the bug when my password was seen here. Oh, it was amazing. Now, as you see, they encrypted it. They encrypted the passport, thanks God. And we are very proud because this bug was fixed. This is security bug, right? It was fixed because we reported this issue. They fixed it, as you see. They encrypted. Now we see the password hashed. Okay? Abracadabra is here. It means encryption, not readable. Before it was exactly as I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it would be here. Wonderful. But still I'm not very happy that somebody can see my email address, and it means that it's very easy to, I believe that this is still an issue, security bug. Okay. So we come more and more and more to deeper and deeper and deeper inside of the component. When you create an account, you see many different opportunities there, possibilities, functionalities, components. One of the component is you created the profile. Yes, you created the account. You should be able to edit your profile. You should be able to add photo. You should be able to delete photo and add a new one. You should be able to create your resume. You should be able to change your address. You should be able to change your workplace. You know, it happened very often. I was working in one company, and in a couple of years, I already left the company, but the company changed the name. Yes, so how to write it in my resume? I don't want, if I put the old name, no one can find it probably. So I should be able to update if I create the resume here, right? So I put the current company name, my person, I don't know, sorry, you don't have to be like me. Professional title, software engineer. Okay. Here I can skip, I can upload. Again, in what format we can do it? It's again, by default it gives me my current location. First of all, I should be able to change it. Why not? I should be able, confirm. Okay, now I have many things like here and right, you can see it here. I don't want them to follow me, or I don't want to follow them. I should be able to do it. Next, skip. And as you see here, you remember that you were investigating, you were reading the documents with UI element, and it was the progress bar. This is the progress bar, and only in the end, when I fully create my profile, my account, this progress bar will be gone. I ask you, please, when you read the document about user interface elements, please try to find them there. And also each and any web application, main design components. Header. The header usually never change. Body and informational footer, or just footer, okay? Of course, each and any website has hyperlinks, right? It has many different other skip. I will do it later, and I don't want. And now, as you see, my progress bar disappeared, and now I see my profile. View my profile. I have an opportunity to see it. I see my name. I see what it is. I see everything. And this is the different things. Now I should be able to, how to minimize it, I don't know. Okay, I should be able to edit my profile. This is another component, another module, right? Click here to complete your profile, or here, what about myself, my company, what about my account, if I want to share work somewhere, somehow, can invite a new member. You remember I told you that we have the opportunity to invite new people, to have onboarding through the invitation. This is from here. I can upload my photo, absolutely, here as you see. I should be able to upload to create my resume, okay, to add summary here, to modify it, to edit, to add my education, to add skills. If you see, this is exactly how it works in LinkedIn. So QA, right? Does it remind you the skills in LinkedIn? They completely copied from it. I don't think that it was very smart, and we complained already about many issues here. They fixed more or less, and they told us that this is third-party company they use. Also, we should check our, and because this is going to be one of our bullet point in our resume, right? That we tested integration with social media. And you see how many of those is here. That this is, of course, LinkedIn. Oh, we have all the tooltips, amazing. That we can do what? We can tweet it. We can share on Facebook, use the Pinterest. We can send email, you see, and the recipient name of email. And it would be very interesting for me, how many emails can I put here? This is another test case. Just one of I want to enter 100. I don't see here any limit. I believe that first of all this is the bug. Maybe they consider only one. I see the singular form, so probably one. But I definitely, as a good tester, I immediately see something that I want to test. Okay? And also I can create the hyperlink and share the link. So many different things is for resume only. So create a resume component. This is another component. And you see, just for this component, how many things to test. Oh my gosh, this is going to be positive and negative. Adding, deleting, modifying, a lot of things. Another way to create, I just can use import LinkedIn profile. So my resume will be imported from LinkedIn. Wonderful, amazing, great things to do. We have to. This is again, this is exactly integration with LinkedIn. This is what we are doing. Okay. So we are testing by components. By assignments. We receive assignments from the team lead, from QA lead, or from the project lead. And we are testing the application by assignments. Assignments for components. Probably there is very small team and I have few components to test. Why not? In order to test it well and nice and good, I run different type of testing. Okay? Functional testing, UI testing, because UI does matter. Graphical user interface matters a lot. I run integration testing, okay, with social media. I run compatibility testing because I wanted to make sure that my components works and looks great in different various operating systems and browsers. And even more, I run this test on some mobile devices. Let's say I focus on iOS, iPad, or iPod, or smartphone, whatever, iPhone, I don't know, or Android tablets. So this is what we have to describe. This is what we have to tell when we get a question about. Tell me about what was the last project that you tested. Or tell me what did you do. Or tell me how did you test. But even more, guys, we were talking about that this application is developed in agile environment. Every 2 weeks, new release happening. So, guys, in 2 weeks, I definitely invite you to look and you tell, I run the regression testing. What does it mean? It means that you run rerun your test cases. Let's say you were assigned, you got an assignment or task to test the upload or create the resume, right? So you rerun your test cases for this component to make sure that previously worked functionalities, previously worked features still work, right? Still work and no new bugs happens. Okay? This is type of different activities, different type of testing that you run on the project. This is how you want to answer on the question. Okay? Even besides of that, all your findings you reported to Bugzilla. And let's go to Bugzilla. I already logged in with my things you have in the documents that I shared with you last time. You have information, you all should have it, how to log in to Bugzilla. Right? bugzillaportnov.com, and you should be able student_showcase@gmail.com. Password is student. Okay. So I believe that everyone should be able to log into Bugzilla. This is very good open source. Open source, it means free. Bug tracking system, very easy to use, very nice. And here in Portnov Computer School, for our showcase project, we use Bugzilla. How does it work? Let's go. You see the link new or file a bug. They both should bring us. You probably see only showcase, right? Because I'm administrator, I have seen many projects, but I go to showcase. And everything is exactly as you study. The product name, showcase. Each product has components. And when we were talking about test cases, we were talking about components. Okay. Create resume, edit profile, invite people, login, onboarding or registration. I didn't create many. I just put here other. So anything that is not for this particular project component should go here. I put the version 38 and I was behind because now we have already the version 39, right? When you go here, QA 39, as you see. So I have to update it. But so far, let's say this is the version. Okay, I want to file the bug for login. I select it. We already know that we have to select the severity. Let me go. Somebody wrote anything? Mobile version. Yes. Why not? Yes, Eugene, why not? This application is available for the mobile devices. No matter that it's still web-based application. So you have to reach it via mobile browser. Okay? Severity. I'm not sure what severity I want to use. Hardware. We show this is PC, this is Mac, this is tablet, smartphone, something else you will specify, or probably the issue happen on entire all devices. Operating system. By default we see Windows, but we see different, or we can use all. Summary. This is the same what is short description. Okay. As summary, you use Jira, another bug tracking system. Jira, very popular now. It's also use summary. Why we use here it's called short description? Because it gives exact name of what we are going to write here. It should be short and descriptive. Because when you create a bug, you really would like to have all small details here. How does default assignee and I am default assignee for the showcase? So by default, when you click the submit bug, when you press the button submit bug, I will receive the email about it. And the summary will be the subject of this email. Let's say that I'm the project manager or I'm the dev lead, somebody, project lead, who is going to assign this bug to appropriate developer. Because you don't know, you QA person, you have no idea of what developers are doing. Who is the right person to fix your bug, to discuss your bug, to review your bug, whatever. So for each and any project that even component is there is a default assignee. Okay, somebody who knows who is going to do what he does, how bug tracking systems communicate with other people, with everyone, via email notification. How do I know that new bug is filed, that new bug report is there? I do not refresh the bug tracking system every second. I just see email in my inbox that new bug number 12345 was submitted. And I see subject of this email, this is the summary or short description. Okay, so it is no instruction for them. So probably it will be onboarding. Okay, let me have this onboarding. No instruction for desired password. Okay, probably this is minor. Even more, probably this is enhancements. And see how smart is Bugzilla. Because I really don't want to file the duplicate bug. So good practice, you found the issue, right? Let's say you found the issue. You say, hooray, I found the issue. Okay, aphoria is down. Now, what are you going to do? First of all, you want to make sure that this is the real issue. It means that you want to replicate it, reproduce it few times, probably in few different browsers to make sure that this is no browser bug not happening only on this particular browser or operating system. You want to reproduce it on few machines, few browsers, right? Also, you want to check. Probably somebody already filed similar bug yesterday, or 3 hours ago, or probably even a month ago in previous release, but for some reason it was postponed, it never was fixed yet, or probably because this is not the high priority, it really was pending for the solution, right? So please, first review possible duplicate. And Bugzilla is so smart, I just started to write it. And from here, you have something password. It gives me in link and see last name, first name, password. We have something else, incorrect username or password. I see, okay, is it anything about instruction? No. So probably my bug is not going to be duplicate. But again, the good practice, always make sure that your bug was not already filed or similar bug. Probably it was you just discovered the issue from different perspective and you want to do something else, a different way. Please don't hesitate to add the comment, right? Now, I decided that this is not the duplicated bug. Here I put the full description. If I need to do something, I just put, let's say, make sure that you received, I don't know, what did I do? I received email from showcase, right? Just this is kind of precondition, because if you don't have, you cannot do anything. Steps to reproduce. And here you put all the tail steps. First, press the link, activate your account in your email. Second, observe the instruction for the password. Pay attention that he has only the instructions that 6 characters should be the minimum, but it doesn't give any more instructions. What is the maximum? What should your email contain? Either letters, numbers, doesn't special characters or something. And you believe that this is an issue. I also believe that this is an issue, probably even enhancements, because it doesn't affect the functionalities. It's not just, it would be enhancements or improvement or suggestion or change request. Again, why I use all different terminology? Because they all are synonyms. It's all about the same. But I really don't want you to come in the company and to see the severity change request and what it is about. This is the same what is enhancement. This is the same what is suggestion. Sometimes this is the same what is improvement. You believe that this is improvement. It doesn't mean that tomorrow the project manager or product manager or designer take a look. No, it works as suppose. Okay, so they will mark my bug like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All details if bugs issue happens only in one browser or whatever. You really use the plain normal English, human language. Do not try to use something very smart that no one can understand. Plain English. And just describe. It happens only when I'm logging in or when I change the password or whatever. I don't know. I just make all these things. It's very nice if you can attach the screenshot, because sometimes, you all know, it's better to see once than to describe it 1,000 times. And after all, you just submit the bug. When you see the usually automatically, this is the incremental number. We have this. Now we can add as many details as we need. We can add here the URL. We can add here the priority. Probably the person who has this authority will create. I also wanted to mention that in many places, in many companies, people do not pay huge attention to severity. They pay attention to priority, because I just remind you, you all know, but let me remind, priority shows us how soon the bug has to be fixed, how bad is for the business, for the end user, for the reputation, for these things. So the highest attention is to priority. And even if here is very high or critical, but importance, which is the same as priority, is low, no one is going to fix it. Okay? Because priority, or in this case, this is importance, this is the very important things. You forgot to mention something. Please don't hesitate to add the bug. Even more, you want to add people, to add CC. What does it mean? I filed the bug. I want my colleagues to know about it. If we are working on the same project and we work in the team, I want them to know that, hey, there's such bug already there. Please do not add more. Or probably they want to review your bug, and probably they have different details. They did something else that they can see different behavior. They will see it here, right? Also, you want your manager to see. Sometimes this helps to see your activities. And managers sometimes require, please add me to each and any bug. I want to be CC. If you use Jira, they have, instead of CC, they have watcher. add watchers. Okay? Again, I just give you the parallel. You want always, and developer received the bug, he reviewed, he fixed it, and he changed the status to fixed, to resolved, or he can put cannot reproduce, right? Or they decide, okay, this is the real bug, good bug, but now we don't have time, or we have different priorities, we have different activities, let's postpone it. Sometimes we will do it eventually, right? So this is what I wanted to mention you about the bug. Often you will see something like, and this is very often the question is, should we put expected and actual results in the bug? Sometimes you come to the company and yes, you have somebody from you people who is working, who are working in your test. Yes, you have their fields, and this is mandatory fields, required fields, expected result and actual results. I can explain you the reason why they have it. Because your tests they do not have very often. They have people with absolutely different background, with absolutely different level of the language, with different background, and in order to be clear, they really want to understand what you want to say. So they have many fields that normal backtracking system doesn't have in different places. They just have to understand, identify, to simplify their job, to make their work a little bit easier. That's why they put, why do you think that this is a bug? What do you expect to see? In my opinion, and from my experience, you can put expected result only in the case when you have exact, when you know, when you have the document, requirements or specification in front of you, and you know exactly how it should look. Because when you put error message should be displayed, this is what you believe should be. But expected result, you want to say, the error message in red, in the font like that, italic or bold or whatever, please enter right password in the field. Okay? If I don't know, I prefer do not write expected result. Because expected result, in my opinion, required to know very clear. So, but in other way, it's very nice to see what exactly happened. Developers, they're lazy people, in good way, because I believe that only lazy people create the progress, right? If they don't want to do dishes manually, they create the dishwasher machine. So developers lazy in this way. Let's help them. Let's say you just put that I cannot log in, because when I press button submit, nothing happen. So nothing happen. No earthquake, nothing happened. So please help them and write that observe that wrong password was accepted instead of getting user-friendly error message. Why not? Yes. So we are coming to the end, and of course I would like to talk to you much more because I have more things to share. We will meet next time on Tuesday. What is the homework? And let me put it on the Skype. Again, I really appreciate all your work that you completed and all your email. And as you know, why it's possible to join with another profession. Olga, just because the marketing people can be in different profession. No one can prevent you to write. Probably I'm QA person and I'm M marketing person because I'm working with you and I hire people. Okay, I'm not sure what happened on Monday. I believe that we have meetings with you only on Tuesday and Thursday. We are testing. Thank you, Olga. You answered instead of me. You're absolutely right. Hassan, we are testing only in QA environment. Only in QA environment. No exception. I don't mind I don't mind if you really want to join in production, but please do not abuse the site. Do not put stupid things there or abracadabra like I put now on the QA environment. QA is still okay, but please don't do it in production environment. Homework. Please continue testing. Choose. I give you the choice. Please choose one of the components. Somebody create the resume. Another one upload the project. Third one edit profile. Fourth one, whatever, there are many people, whatever you like. Create an account, onboarding process. Okay? Write test cases for one of the components. I don't want you to ask you to write hundreds of test cases, but I want to see few test cases for one component, positive and negative. Not only happy pass. Yes, let me put the right, correct, wonderful email address, and let me put the wonderful, great email address, and everything will be great. No, I would like to see negative test cases as well. As you know, you always find more issues with negative testing. I would like to see at least one. Can you please attach table? What table, my dear, attach? I don't understand. Okay, homework. Continue to explore exploratory testing. Select one component and write few test cases. Send them to me. Okay. Oh, continue to exploratory testing. Select one component, write few test cases, positive and negative. Send them to me. My dear Olga, not this too cool to say. Usually people test in QA environment, so this is normal. If you just tell that I'm testing only in production, you can say beta testing, that environment, but in production it's not good. You really want to say that yes, I tested it in QA environment, and we get the builds. Builds will be getting every day, but releases every 2 weeks. Okay? Yes, Olga, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I'm waiting for this. Now, when you know how Bugzilla works and what to do, please, when during your testing you report the bugs, you find the bugs, you find defects, please report your finding into Bugzilla. And I promise you to work in Bugzilla and to review your bugs, your defects. Have a wonderful evening and good night, guys. See you probably on Tuesday. Okay, components are in Bugzilla. Absolutely. The components to test. Oh, again, I give you the big choice. So it can be, let me write me, onboarding. Another one, add resume. Okay, another one, add project. Another one, add edit profile. Okay. So please, if you run the good exploratory testing, you have to understand. Footer. See what happens there. Okay, probably it will be more about graphical user interface testing, but please verify if all links, hyperlinks are working and redirect you to the right place. Okay, guys, have a great, wonderful evening. Ask me the question. As you see, I joined your group on Skype, and if I see some questions, I will answer you over there. Bye bye. Good night.